All is lost.
Not while I'm standing. In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power!
Bagadeyawa, Bagadeyawa Shai, Bagadeyawa, Bagadeyawa Shai, Bagadeyawa, Bagadeyawa Shai, call out Yawa, Ba'ashem, Yawa Shai, Ba'ashem recall, Kadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders which are a great millstone. Peace and blessing to the sincere Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity, and those repenting videos up throughout the week to feed the sheep. It's Makwara for the Trump in the VA camp, and we get right into it. It says, War on Cash. Big Brother Australia aims to ban cash spending. And we know ultimately this is a power move to for control, and this article is going to get into it. It says Australia's revenues chief are bidding to ban large cash payments to hobble drug dealers and other criminal syndicates. But critics see a more sinister agenda, obviously. It says that will allow banks and bureaucrats to manipulate ordinary citizens' spending habits. A bill outlawing cash transactions of 10,000 Australian, which is the US 6,900 or more, has been passed by the lower house of Parliament, and is now being considered by the Senate. Anyone caught breaking the law could be jailed for 2 years if the legislation becomes law. So you wouldn't be able to spend that amount of money. It says Assistant Treasurer Michael Secor says the legislation expected to be enacted in February is aimed at criminal gangs that make cash purchases of cars, houses, and jewelry to launder their profits from illegal activities. As cash is largely untraceable, this makes it difficult for the law enforcement agencies to trace these activities, he said, according to media reports. So we know what's going on. We know things are moving to a cashless society. We know the reason why this is happening is because they want to implement the mark of the beast. This is the end game for all the world leaders. Salaki, this is the end game for all the world leaders, because they all going to follow suit ultimately in the end of the so-called white man Esau, because they all ultimately do want that power. They want to have complete control over their people. Let's go over here. See, Revelation 13:16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Now we know this goes into the mark of the beast, goes into the RFID microchip, because people think this is like a spiritual mark. But when you go into the word mark, it's charagma, and it says a stamp and or an imprinted mark, which is something physical. This isn't spiritual. This is literally something physical. It's going a physical mark, not a spiritual mark. And we can see this happening. Sweden is already on board for all of this, because I was talking to a Jake yesterday in the army. Well, he's from the army, and he was telling, I was breaking it down to him, and he was telling me, well, yeah, I do believe in the future they might do microchips, but I don't think we're there now. And I showed him videos to show him, like, yo, we are here now. What are you talking about? He thought it was something like in the future. Like, these Jakes in the world, they're completely blind. And if you're in the army and you don't know what's going on, you're really stupid. Let me see. Job 14:5, seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. And Esau has been appointed bounds that he cannot pass, but he know his time is coming, so he's trying to hurry up and get everything ready, so he can be prepared for when Yahushua comes back, because these devils actually do believe that they're going to be able to fight Yahushua and actually win. But that goes into the pride that's lifted up in Esau, that actually have him believe in his mind that he can fight against Yahweh Bashim Yahshua and actually win. Because the war in heaven is going to be against Michael and the angels, and against the devil. That's the so-called white man and the angels. And it's going to be Yahweh Shai there too. Let me see. Revelation 12:7. And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. So Michael, which is going to be with Yahweh Shai, is going to fight against Esau, which is the dragon, and the dragon's angels, which is all his military might and his few allies that he's going to have. It says, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which again goes to show you that the devil and Satan are two different people. Because people actually think the devil and Satan are the same thing. The devil is the so-called white man, Esau, the deceiver, and Satan is the spiritual demon on the left-hand side. See, this is Diablos for Satan. I mean, the devil. It says prone to slander, slanderous, accusing falsely. Metaphorically applied to a man who, by opposing the cause of Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shah, there it is right there. A man. Let's go into Satan. Adversary, one who opposes another in purpose or act the name given to. It says the prince of evil spirits. There it is, man. You just go into the words. It's all right there. There it is. The prince of evil spirits. And where are the evil spirits? On the left hand side. So you go into the words, everything is pretty much broken down for you. But it says, and a great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, and Satan, which delivereth, Slaki, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. So it says he deceiveth the whole world. Let's see who did that. I think it's 13. Revelation 13:7. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world. Now, this is obviously Esau. Everybody on earth that's not of the elect worships him in some way, shape, or form. And obviously, who made war with the saints? All the nations, starting with the so-called white man. When you go into Psalms 83 and start listing our enemies, it starts off with Sleazy E. And then you go to Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Okay, he's the devil who deceived the whole world. That's the so-called white man. This ain't rocket science. But with that, I want to give all honor and glory to by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakal, Kadash, Adawan Ratazah, Atam, Tamayim Akim Yakal, Shalom.